I still remember the night everything changed. The sky wasn't just red, it was bleeding. Our family house, mud walls and a zinc roof, was on fire, and I stood outside barefoot, screaming for someone to help. Flames danced in the windows, eating the curtains, licking the wood, collapsing the roof in sections. My mother's voice sliced through the chaos, high-pitched, desperate, begging. I tried to rush in. Neighbors held me back. The fire pushed me away with its heat. Then, silence. When the roof caved in, something in me collapsed too. I had nothing but smoke in my throat, ash on my clothes, and a heart that wouldn't stop breaking. That night, I lost everything. But it didn't start that night. It started years before, with a boy I called my brother. His name was Chuka. We met when we were 7, in primary school. He was the kind of boy who could talk his way out of punishment and into anyone's good side. I was quieter, more book-focused. The first time we spoke, I had dropped my meat pie into the sand, and without a second thought, Chuka broke his in half and shared it with me. That one act tied our lives together. We grew up like brothers. Played football with sachet water as goalpost. Shared clothes. Cheated exams. Fought other boys as a team. Our mothers joked that we were twins born from different wombs. Our fathers drank together at beer parlors. Chuka dreamed big. I wanted to be an engineer. He wanted to be rich. We started a small business after university, or at least, I did. My father loaned me his pension savings to buy used solar batteries and inverters. I built circuits, Chuka brought the customers. He could sell water to a river and smile while doing it. We called the business Reigniting Systems. In time, we had clients all across Nzaka and beyond. Then I got the land. It came from my uncle, my mother's brother, who was sick and didn't have children. I'd visited him almost every weekend, brought him fruits, helped clean his compound. He called me one night and gave me papers for 2 plots near Obolo Road. He said, "You're the only one who treats me like I matter." I didn't have money to develop the land yet, but I kept it safe. Told Chuka about it. He grinned and said, "Guy, this is God's favor. We'll start small houses soon. I fit help you draw plan." I trusted him. Why wouldn't I? 2 weeks later, I got a call from a man I didn't know. He said he was the new owner of my land. I laughed. "That land is mine," I said. He replied, "Then ask your business partner why he sold it to me." I called Chuka. No answer. I went to his house. Empty. His mother said he traveled to Enugu for a business. I later found out he'd forged documents. Used scanned copies of my signature from old client forms. Even filed fake paperwork at the land registry. He sold both plots for 8 million naira. He disappeared. I went to the police, holding every scrap of evidence I could. They looked at me like I was stupid. "You no get lawyer. You no get registered deed. You give 'em everything just like that." One officer even smirked and asked if I was a Yahoo boy trying to clean money through property. My stomach turned. Weeks passed. My savings dried. My business collapsed. Chuka had opened a new one in Enugu, using my blueprints, even my client list. One of my customers called me and said, "I just saw your guy installing inverter in our neighbor's house. I thought you stopped working." I didn't reply. What could I say? The day I saw him again was in court. He had hired a lawyer. Wore a fancy suit. Looked me in the eye and said I was mentally unstable. That I asked him to handle the land sale and forgot because of a trauma episode. He even claimed I had tried to stab him once, which never happened. He was good at lying. So good the judge delayed judgment. I lost more than the land. My family began to question me. My elder brother, the one I always looked up to, called me into a room and asked, "Are you doing fraud?" I told him no. He didn't believe me. My father said nothing. But when he looked at me, I saw something dead in his eyes. 2 weeks later, EFCC came to my shop. Said they received anonymous tips I was laundering money. They carried my laptop, my tools, everything. Neighbors watched. Nobody said anything. Just looked at me like I was rotten. My mother saw it all. She cried herself into silence. And one evening, while frying akara for customers, she slumped behind her store. Died before they got her to the hospital. We buried her in the village. I didn't see Chuka there. Of course not. After that, I couldn't sleep in our house anymore. I stayed in a friend's kiosk, curled up beside crates of more drinks and sachet water. I used a plastic bowl to bed behind the market. I didn't talk to people anymore. Just wrote. My notebook filled up with pain, with questions, with names. One night, I took a kitchen knife and went to Chuka's house. I stood outside the gate for 2 hours, watching the light in his window. I saw his shadow moving inside. Heard music playing. I imagined him eating, maybe laughing. I held the knife so tight, my palm ached. Then I let it fall. I walked away. I wasn't a killer. I met an old classmate who had become a journalist. I gave her my story. She helped me edit it, clean it up. We published it online. My brother's mouth buried me. It went viral. Within days, other people came forward. One woman said Chuka promised her son a job in Shell, collected 500,000 Nigerian nairas and vanished. Another man said he bought land from Chuka that didn't exist. EFCC reopened my case. They arrested him. In court, he looked smaller. Didn't smile this time. Didn't say anything. Just stared at the floor. I testified. So did others. He's still facing charges. Now, I run a small workshop for kids. We build solar lanterns using bottle caps and wires. I call them light makers. They call me Uncle Obi. Their laughter fills something in me I thought was empty forever. Sometimes, I visit my mother's grave. I bring her fresh flowers. I sit and talk. Mama, I tell her, I didn't bury myself. Chuka tried. But I'm still breathing. Still building. Still burning with light.